Good Thursday afternoon, y'all. I am getting ready to start new basil plants. I've done it this way multiple times and it's worked for me every time. So I get good fresh cuttings. I cut at an angle on a good long stalk. And then I've got 5 here. Then I already have some water prepared in glass cups. And so I'm going to put 2 plants in there, 2 plants in there, and 1 plant in here. And let me see here. What I do is I look for any imperfections first on the top, and everything looks good there. So then I take off just very gently some leaves from the bottom part, because this will help encourage roots to grow. So I'm going to take the rest of these off. It's hard to do this one-handed, y'all. Okay, so those leaves are there, and if you notice, let's see if it'll come into focus or not. It's one to focus on my hand. Let's try scooting back a little. Sorry about that. But there's a little node right here. And this is what's going to start producing your root. So I've got about that much here. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this in the first one. And you want to make sure that node is covered with water, but not the leaves part. You don't want to get the leaves wet, because that'll kind of rot your leaves there. And you don't want that while you're getting the new plant ready. So if you'll notice on this plant, it's got kind of a bad leaf up top, but the rest of the leaves look good. So I'm going to go ahead and take that bad leaf off. You know what? Let me see if I can flip y'all around and show you what I'm doing.
Maybe this will be a little bit better. So this leaf, and what I do anytime I take a leaf off the basil, especially when I do a new plant, is I just go down with it and it does just fine. So like these bottom ones I want to get rid of so I can promote new growth for the root system. Here we go. And that's that. So it still leaves me some good leaves up top, but it leaves me 3 nodes down bottom to get roots from. There we go. Get this one ready here. And again, I'm just pulling them in a downward direction. Trying to leave a good little spot up top. There we go. Then I place them in the water. And this one has quite a few leaves. And if you know what I'm going to do with these leaves, I'm actually going to dry them because my basil jar is empty. I've been using so much of my basil. So it is time to refill my basil with some dried leaves, fresh out of the garden. Here we go. And that's our last one. And I'm going to turn y'all back around so you can see what it looks like in the water. Okay, so here are all 5 of the basil plants ready to start roots. It takes about a week to 2 weeks, and I put them in the sunny window where I put my garden seeds at. So I'll show you that. Take a picture of that, and we'll finish out this video. Okay, y'all, so that's how I do my new basil plants whenever I feel like I want some more basil in the garden. Especially since I've been sharing it, I'm like, yeah, I need to get me some more basil plants going because I'm enjoying cooking with it and I still want to share it with y'all. So what I do is every few days I just check the water. If it needs to be cleaned out, I just pour the water out, take the basil plant out real gently, and then refill it with fresh water, put the basil plant back in, and then here again in about a week or two it should be developing a really good root system. And then that's when I put it in the soil. I put a little bit of crushed eggshells in there, and then I put it in a pot and cover those roots up with the soil, and it does really well. I mean, I've already transplanted, let's see, over the this past year I've transplanted 1, 2, 3, 5 other plants. So I shared 3 with neighbors and family, and then the other one is what's in with the other herbs, the lavender and the spearmint. So that's what's in there is the other 2 plants. So it really does well, and if you have a good mother plant, you can get some wonderful basil off of it. So if you're ever wondering how to do that, make new plants from an existing plants, that's how I do my basil. Hope y'all are doing great, and I will catch y'all later today.